Greetings, my dear viewer. You're on the channel The Price of Cheating. The channel is for those who appreciate traditional family values and condemn adultery. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. It happened back in the days when smartphones were not yet ubiquitous. My friend Henry started suspecting his wife's social circle. One of her close friends had been caught cheating and tried to implicate Henry's wife as well. For a while, Henry had no evidence and everything calmed down. Being an IT specialist, he was well versed in computers and networks. Almost a year later, after attending a class reunion, Henry noticed that his wife's behavior had become suspicious again. He confided in me, and we discussed various options. Eventually, he asked me to drop the subject and, most importantly, to keep everything secret, even from his wife. A few months later, I woke up early, around 6:35 a.m., getting ready for work. Suddenly, I received a message from Henry on the Messenger app. It was a link, but to my surprise, it was in a group chat that included everyone we knew, their families, our friends, acquaintances, and even strangers. I decided not to open it. It turned out to be a malicious link, even though it came from someone as cautious as Henry. Shortly after that, I received an email from Henry containing some alarming comments and the same link. It was a group email with several recipients, including his wife's workplace, her family, her friends, his family, and others I didn't recognize. Realizing the email was legitimate, I decided to open it. The link led to a hastily made website filled with photos and videos of his wife and another man. This wasn't secret footage. There were screenshots, including videos taken over several weeks. Every image was accompanied by scathing comments and colorful nicknames for his wife and her lover. The amount of evidence was simply overwhelming. Chat logs where they eagerly anticipated their next meeting, numerous photos, and the final blow. Her derogatory comments about her husband made to her lover, boasting about how much better he was. Her attempts to inflate her lover's ego were especially painful. I dropped everything to call him. He was drunk and confrontational, having spent the entire night working on the website while drinking. He couldn't say anything positive about women in general, and was in an extremely emotional state. After some effort, I managed to convince him to take down the site before it caused irreparable damage to his marriage, their careers, and their children. As he was crying and logging in to delete the site, I suddenly heard raised voices. She had burst into the room. A heated argument ensued, and there was nothing I could do to pull him out of that chaos. Apparently, her mother or sister had seen the page and bombarded her with messages until she finally woke up and checked her phone. Seeing the site, she went on the attack. The call abruptly ended about 20 seconds into her shouting while Henry was calling her names, and I lost all contact with him. Throughout the day, the site remained live, and he had generously added a view counter. Hundreds of viewers witnessed her intimate moments with a married former classmate. Henry had meticulously prepared. He installed a keylogger that recorded everything happening on the screen. When he wasn't home, she would go on the computer or Facebook to spend time with her boyfriend. Henry learned details about her lover, his family, his wife, relatives, and his work. All these people were connected through Facebook and email groups. Although I don't know what ultimately happened to her lover and his marriage, I do know how it affected Henry's life. His wife desperately tried to reconcile, offering everything she could. In the end, it was her remarks about her lover and his skills that sealed her fate. Despite all of Henry's attempts to reconcile, even after all their friends and relatives had witnessed her infidelity, he couldn't get over her comments about his manhood. Eventually, Henry decided to end their 26-year marriage, gathered about 100 new acquaintances, and moved as far away as possible, turning into a rather unpleasant person in the process. I have no idea what he's doing now since he burned bridges with most of his friends and relatives. Meanwhile, she has disgraced herself and now has the face of a homeless person. Excessive drinking has led her to numerous illnesses and addictions. The once graceful and attractive woman has turned into a drunkard. This concludes the story. If you like it, then put your powerful like and subscribe to the channel.